gentlemen, welcome to the third game of our slate. If this is appearing as the third game that you're seeing, it means that the technical problem that we ended up having allows you to watch the first two games. In case that's not the case, because we have had a problem here, computer ended up freezing, and it seems like the file for the first two games might be corrupted, which is heartbreaking. But in case you missed it, here's how it turned out. Body Bodega ended up winning their match against the Supremes 59-49. Body Bodega 5-3 to finish the regular season, while Supremes are 1-7. Second game of the slate, No Name continues and go into the playoffs undefeated at 8-0. They beat Free Minds 67-59 as Free Minds fall to 3-5. Right now, the game that you're watching at this moment in time, we have Old But Cold taking on La Familia in this one, with La Familia here with a chance at the free throw line. We'll see how they end up going. In case you weren't here for the first two games and it's corrupted or whatever reason, I'm joined here today by my dear friend Drew. How are you doing, Drew?
You already know it's another day for WMBA. It is a good vibe. It's a good day to play some basketball. And the ladies, once again, every week is killing it on offense, on defense, the atmosphere, the energy. I just love to see it. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to be here with you, buddy.
Thank you, Drew. But yeah, no, they've been fantastic to see here in this Old But Cold. These are two teams that are quite fun to watch, quite good. And let's just run through the lineups right there. Sienna just gets the block. It's Sienna with Leticia, Nems, Jalen, who's out in the corner and attempts for three. Money! Jalen with a massive three there. And that duo is joined this week by Vicky. On the bench for them, we have Taylor, we have Anne-Marie, and we have my dear friend Korn. As for Old But Cold, I believe that they're just running a five-man. No, they have six people today right now on the court. They have Jill, they have Cooley Julie, they got Becky, they got Rachel, and lastly, they have Dakota White. As another massive three there for La Familia gets splashed, ball goes out of bounds. And on the bench for Old But Cold, it is Laura, who will be subbing on for Cooley Julie. Julie coming on. Meanwhile, for La Familia right now, Nams comes off with Vicky, and on comes Anne-Marie and Taylor. 14 threes to score right here with 14 minutes left in the first. What a crazy way to start off here.
Well, don't get it misconstrued. The last two games, one team was up, and then the other team crept their way back. So this could be a three-peat version. It really depends on my familia, a.k.a. a we say family.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in case that you can't watch the first two matches, because as we mentioned about the issue with the file corruption, just to put it out there, both teams that were leading at the half did not go on to win their game. Free Minds were leading by 9 against... Both teams actually were leading by 9 at the half, funnily enough. There's a big steal there by Dakota. Dakota goes up and gets the make. Apologies there, I wasn't tracking one of the shots from earlier, but now they cut the lead to 7. But yeah, both games, the team that was leading at the half was leading by 9, and they ended up losing in the second half, which is definitely not what you want to see in these scenarios. But we'll see if Old But Cold also do that, if that's kind of a theme that we have on for today.
Absolutely, man. I hope La Familia, a.k.a. We Say Family, changes that movement, breaks that problem, starting off strong and ending off soft. We want to see some starting off strong and end off strong.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what we want to see. Leticia there with the ball ends up giving it over to Korn, who missed the jumper. But La Familia maintain with possession, go up once more, and they're not able to get the make. Old But Cold now on the inbound. It's going to be Jill giving it over to Dakota. Dakota swings it out to Jill. Jill sets it up, goes right to the teeth of the defense, loses it, and now it's going to be Korn giving over to Leticia, and she struggles with it. She fights for it, though, gives it over to Korn. It's still a fight here for the ball. Korn falls on it, ends up shielding. It's covered by Rachel, throws it forward. It's going to be picked up by Becky Nash. Becky Nash now. Oh my God, my bottle ended up falling all over the place there. Dakota gets the ball there after the mess, gives it over to Jill. Becky will pull it in, and she does just that and give it over to Dakota as they reset. My goodness, what a wacky possession that was. As Dakota goes in, takes contact, and we'll see what ends up happening here for her. 2 free throws here for Dakota.
You heard what they said. You got to stay on Dakota because Dakota is good. She is good all around on defense and on offense. So if you're going to be on her, you can't keep your eyes off.
I mean, if I remember correctly, former professional player.
Absolutely.
Like, an electric player. We've seen her all season absolutely body and dominate this season. So we'll see how it goes for her in this one. Gets both free throws here. La Familia now gives it a Korn in the corner. Korn dumps inside to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie to Sienna. Sienna back out to Korn. Korn has it now, drives in, gets tipped by Rachel, but I believe a foul gets called there on Rachel, as it will be a chance to inbound here for La Familia. Anne-Marie gives it over to Leticia. Leticia launches from 3, isn't able to get it to go. Tipped by Laura, ends up being a scramble. It ends up in the hands of Dakota. Dumps it up quick on the transition to Rachel. Rachel goes up with it, misses it, gives it over to Julie. Julie gets hit on the contact, but isn't able to get it to go. Her shot strays wide, as it will be La Familia ball. Vicky now subbing on for Leticia, as we see how this La Familia team goes. Korn dumps inside to Sienna. Sienna with the jumper isn't able to get it to go. Ball bounces around again. Dakota's the one that pulls it in. Dakota bringing it up. Pulls up. Defender on her backside. Not able to get it. And now it's going to be La Familia the other way. Taylor has it. Goes up with the floater. Nice little action. Isn't able to convert it off the glass. Becky thinking about passing it over to Rachel. Gets it popped out of her hands there. And now Taylor gives it over to Korn. Korn lining up, swings it to Sienna. Sienna inside of Vicky. Vicky gets 2 defenders in the air, goes up with the lay, doesn't get the make, but now it's going to be Anne-Marie on the recovery and make. Besides, you know what? Maybe that wasn't a shot originally. It was just kind of an alley-oop, kind of a toss-up, you know?
Sometimes you have to pass the ball a certain way for somebody, and that was a perfect way to pass it.
With that being said, I think the basket actually got called back, and now they're inbounding, so who knows what that play was right now, but we have Jill subbing on for Becky in this one, so who knows how it pans out. Inbound opportunity now for La Familia. Wondering what's happening right now with the deliberation for the refs. Are they asking for time? Or is it a time check? What's up with it? And there we go. They actually did count the bucket.
So the problem was,
Whatever
just for the folks that wanted to know what really happened, is the shot was made. But as the pass was being given, she stepped out on the court while she passed, which is a violation. Thus why my familia, a.k.a. we say family, got the ball back.
Yeah, and honestly, they were able to keep possession of it, which is wonderful to see for them. And now they draw the foul. They were able to get the opportunity to inbound, drew the foul. Sienna here at the line, missed both opportunities, and now Old Cold get a chance to inbound. Let's see if they keep all 10 toes inbounds this time.
What I've learned about the past 2 teams that actually were down, it were 2 teams that were actually known for coming back in games. So this team, Old but Cold, is another team that once they're up, they will stay up. And when they're down, they will get back up. So could this be another situation of that?
Who knows? We'll see how these teams end up fighting back and clawing through it. We'll just have to keep our eyes peeled. Korn on the ball here for La Familia. Gives it over to Sienna. Sienna on the dump pass inside Anne-Marie. Doesn't go. Ball bounces around, and it will remain La Familia ball. We'll see how it ends up going.
Becky, if you're going to get the ball like that, you can't play around with it. They're giving you nice passes on the inside. You can't play around with it. Once you get those opportunities, especially on the low post to get that ball, you better do something with it.
Tay give it to Korn, and Korn turns it over. Ball goes over to Dakota, who pulls it from the mid-range, isn't able to convert, but Dakota fights with it with Taylor. Taylor keeps it in bounds, but it falls to the hands of Jill Stratton. She launches from a midi, won't go. Laura with the tip, goes out of bounds, able to try to keep it in, but it just doesn't go. And on that note, La Familia are the ones inbounding. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, whether this is for the long broadcast, if you can see the first games, or if this is just the first game that you're able to watch on YouTube at the moment, Megacity Basketball this summer is celebrating 15 years of Megacity Basketball. So if you want to be a part, join the community. We have men's leagues, women's leagues, and the youth programs throughout. If you want to be a part of this community, be a part of the Megacity family, be sure to check us out at the website down below, megacitybasketball.com. Fantastic organization to get involved if you want to play basketball in Toronto. And speaking of those youth programs, 10 years of youth programs here at Megacity Basketball. If you want to enroll your kids here, join the Megacity family, do just that. That is what you need to do there, ladies and gentlemen.
One thing about Megacity is that they've been holding it down for the community. So if you're really about the community, please go and support. This is an actual once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where local basketball is being pushed to the forefront, especially for the ladies. The ladies program is crazy right now. So please get involved, especially if you love basketball. Get involved.
Yeah, a little contact play there on the inside there for La Familia. Emery slow to get up there. Not super happy with the play, but either way, it's still going to be La Familia ball. Timeout has been called. La Familia will be inbounding here. 19-11. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, following this short little timeout. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here, WMBA basketball ball. Inbounded by La Familia. Vicky goes up, doesn't get it to go. It doesn't sit right there on the lay-in. Anne-Marie kicks it back out to Vicky, who pulls with the mid-range once more, bounces around, and now ends up in the hands of Jill. Jill taking it up the court. Splits the defenders, goes up with it. Contact and finish, coast to coast. Vancouver to Halifax. That's the way it's done. Great play there from Jill.
Jill took the ball up the hill to fetch a pair of water with the layup. Jeez.
Wonderful to see in that one. You love to see that style of situations pull through for them, and they forced a turnover from La Familia as they get the possession back quickly.
One thing about Old Bako, but they're smooth with what they do. When they play the game of basketball, they're not rushing, they're not overthinking. They're just going with the motion. They're trusting their teammates every single time, and they trust what they're trying to do. They set up new things, and they just work together. I love to see how Old Bako works their magic.
For certain. We'll see how they're able to do it right there. Once again, another stop from them as they drive to the hoop. Vicky comes over to defend, but it doesn't matter as Old But Cold get two more there, thanks to Julie finalizing there at the hoop. Jalen now has it, trying to dance on Julie. Takes the screen from Cyan, a little pick and roll. Goes up with it, blocked by Becky, no. Instead gets called a foul. Oberkold saying, oh, ref, what was that call? They're over here, they're already saying my hand was up, I wasn't moving. But either way, the ref says, nah, man, that was a foul. That's just how it turns out.
She better be careful. She doesn't want to get a Draymond Green and get a technical foul out of here.
Definitely. I don't think anyone really wants to walk away from this with a tech, especially in a league like the WNBA. Leticia Lopez subbing on now for Anne-Marie King on the side of La Familia. Sayana takes the first free throw, converts it with ease. Let's see if she can hit the second one. Second one by Sayana doesn't go, rebounded by Becky. Becky now going to hand it off to Jill. Jill bringing it up the court, crosses behind her back on Corn. Little move. Oh my God, she's got her on skates. Gives it over to Julie, not able to finalize the play as Jill, and you can tell she was a bit frustrated with that. Julie able to put up the shot, isn't able to convert, but my goodness, what a move that was by Jill Stratton.
Ooh. I don't know what Jill was doing. Was she being a computer worker? Because she was pressing the tab button on that move.
Completely shifting one side to another, fully in control, you can say. And the inbound now goes for, oh my goodness, Vicky ends up getting it, going coast to coast with it, and that's 2 points there from La Familia. Heartbreaking to see there for Oberkold that the possession goes that way, but they're still showing pretty good signs of life. Jill Stratton now covered by Korn once more here. Getting sized up, Becky Nash coming over with the screen. Instead, he gets lost. Jalen pops it out, almost able to rush it down, not able to do so, and Oberkold maintained their possession. Becky Nash now inbound and gives it over to Jill. Jill to Dakota White. Dakota here, they're trying to go, hey, did you go over and back on the court? The ref say doesn't think so. Dakota goes up through the contact on the lay-in. And I believe that will be a chance to tack on 2 here from the free throw line. No make for the and 1. But still a chance here for Dakota White to tack on more. No! It just gets called a foul, again, a personal foul against the defense there, not a shooting foul, as Rachel will be giving it over to Dakota. Dakota pump fakes. Vicky now stepping up. Dakota saying, hey, wasn't with the reach in there, and Dakota goes in, kicks it out to Rachel. Rachel back out to Jill. Jill gets Leticia hard on the cut, goes up once more, and isn't able to make the shot, but draws the foul for a chance here to tack on 2 from the free throw line.
Now, La Familia got to be careful, because if you keep on fouling, the more fouls you have, the more you're going to be fouled out this game. You want to have all your players on the court, especially in crucial moments. So don't be fouling too much. Play defense, not foul.
First starting right there with the Oberkold side. First one and second one made by Jill Stratton. As now La Familia running the break. Jalen running quick, going right at the defense, going right at Julie. Has the dribble, gives it over to Leticia. Leticia has it, gives it over to Nams. Nams has it here at the top, covered by Becky. What's Nams gonna do here? Thinks about it, hands it over to Korn. Korn has it, sizing up Jill. Jill dump pass into Vicky. Vicky, oh, great little post spin, just not able to convert it, which is so unfortunate.
Those are beautiful moves. You gotta make those. You gotta complete those. Those were beautiful fundamental moves.
It's unfortunate to see there. Now Oberkold inbound, and it gets called a foul on Jalen. And now Oberkold will be inbounding once more. Rachel gives it over to Jill. Jill has it, going to have Julie down in the post. Instead, she's going to dance on Korn. Oh my God, behind the back. Get ready for it. Oh, what a play that would have been from Jill Stratton. Nams now bringing it up the court. Signals for the cut. Gives it over to Leticia. Leticia covered by Jill. Has Vicky on the right side, chooses to give it to Jalen far on the left wing. Screened by Korn. Jalen says, I'm launching from 3! Launch from 3, hit from range. La Familia tack on 3 more. Big chances there, and it's what you want to see. Dakota White misses at first, able to get her own board, dumps it off to Julie, and Julie stays coolly as she's able to get it there, finalizing the halftime here. Oberkold only trail by 6, ladies and gentlemen. Still a lot more WNBA basketball to come. Don't look away. We will be right back.
It's about to be a girl fight.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for some more WMBA action. We're back from the half. La Familia up 25-19, but still a whole second half to go. As always, I'm joined with Drew. Drew, what do you think Old But Cold can do to get back in this one?
Only thing that can happen from what I'm seeing right now is La Familia has to just be smart with their plays, smart with their passing, and don't be so aggressive. It's good to be aggressive, but not so aggressive, because if the aggressiveness gets you fouled out, it's going to be a problem.
Speaking of which, La Familia there turned the ball over, and now Old But Cold on the transition. Dakota White tries from three, doesn't go. Vicky now gets able to get the... Oh my God, I can't do words right now, but I don't need them. Nams with a massive three. Big three there from Nam, but what I was saying is sometimes you just got to be able to keep it in front of you to get those plays done. But my goodness, Dakota White, what a finish.
Are we playing basketball or street ball volume 1? Because there's so much movement going on. It is crazy. The and ones, the shim and shake, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Nah, man, it's definitely going to be interesting to see where it ends up going from there. But yeah, wonderful mate there from Dakota. Answers back with a three, the old-fashioned way, you can say there. Wonderful and one opportunity there. Nams tried from three, didn't get it to go. Jill now gives it over to Julie. Julie swings it up to Jill. Jill thinks about it, dumps inside of Becky. Becky over to Julie. Julie inside of Laura. Great ball movement, and now Laura goes up for the shot and gets called for a foul. He gets a chance to add two here at the free throw line. Very tough to see there for this Familia side.
As the way it's going right now, La Familia needs to just keep their hands up and stay up. Because any indication of hitting, it's going to be called a foul, as you can see.
First free throw here from Laura, isn't able to get it to go. Let's see if she can convert the second one on her opportunity here from the line. Isn't able to go, doesn't make either of the free throws, and now Tay is going to be the one leading the charge. Nice little pass to split the defenders on the break, gives it over to Leticia. They're going to slow it down, give it back up to Tay. Tay swings over to Nams. Nams now pondering it, he takes a screen from Korn. Now going to get switched on by Dakota. Dumps inside to Vicky. Vicky covered by Laura, goes up, little jumper, isn't able to get it to go. And a foul gets called on the shot. Two free throws here for La Familia. Vicky with a chance to put on two here.
I like how Vicky's understanding the game right now in the sense of she's got to attack. She cannot wait. She cannot be complacent. In order to get those buckets, you got to get it from the drive-through and the inside of the venue.
You tell him, you tell him. Vicky with the free throw, able to get it to go, made both. As now La Familia lead by 8. Dakota here dumps it off to Julie. Julie over to Becky. Becky back to Dakota. Dakota goes in, contact on the drive, gets it to go. Thank you very much, she says. La Familia on the inbound now. We have Korn bringing it up against Nams. Nams dunks inside to Leticia. Leticia gives it back over to Tay. Tay goes 1-2, goes up with it, isn't able to convert it. Now able to get the shot on the second chance. Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. Second chance points is always the move when given the opportunity. There, La Familia able to do just that. Dakota White here on the mini once again, and she's on fire. Ooh.
When Dakota gets herself in a rhythm, it is hard to stop her.
And she takes the steal, my goodness. What a great one there from Dakota, able to pick off the ball like a corner, and now her own team runs the transition, isn't able to get it going. And I believe a foul gets called. I wonder who it's on.
The way Dakota angles herself with her shots, with her passes, with her layups, it's just like poetic justice. You'd have thought Tupac was on the court. Jesus.
Just like K-Dot right there.
Oh,
poetic justice.
Goodness. I didn't know, just know what you want.
Poetic justice. Right there, Becky Nash on the inbound. Receiving the inbound, gives it over to Julie. Julie not able to convert it, and it's going to be Taylor giving over to Leticia. Leticia now saying, let's run the break. Let's keep it fast. Let's keep it mellow. Gives it over to Nams. Nams covered by Julie. Nice little wingspan there. Ends up having Corn coming over to set the screen. But no, Nams going to be the one. Swings it over to Tay. Tay says, I'm squaring up from range. Doesn't get it to go. Julie now gives it over to Jill. Jill taking it up on Corn. Corn taking the screen. Oh! Moving screen gets called right there. Dakota's cannot believe it, now arguing with the referee. She's like, ref, what's the deal with that? You know, it was a clean screen. You know, I seen it in the pros. And the ref goes, well, I guess the pros were doing it wrong. You know, they're not calling that. They're supposed to. Hey, I don't know what's the deal with that. Who knows how it ends up going with it.
Like
but
I
either
said,
way, it's going to be Famillia ball. Don't get tagged.
Don't get tagged.
Don't argue with the refs.
Don't argue with the refs.
Oh, man, oh, man. Leticia now with the ball, dumps inside to Nams. Nams with a fader. That's a very uncomfortable angle you can see from the shot, but with the shot clock winding, not much choice when it came down to the shot. Nams now guarding Jill. Jill going in on a 1-2. Flips around, tries dumping it off, picked up by Corn instead. Corn now has it. What is she gonna do? Kicks it to the corner, it's Jalen. Jalen sizing up on Dakota, dumps inside to Taylor. Taylor bodying Rachel, isn't able to get it to go. Picked up by Rachel. Rachel with the outlet pass to Julie. Julie has Nams coming back on the defensive end, goes up with it, isn't able to get it to go. So it's going to be Jill who pulls in the board, draws the foul, and now we have Old but Cold with a chance to tack on 2 more here from the free throw line.
You can't allow these ladies to attack and attack and attack. You must put your body on the line. Be a sacrificial lamb. Take charges. It's what helps you get the ball the way you want to. Too many times Old but Cold has been to the line. You guys got to make sure that you're attacking and grabbing the ball. Don't give them no time to get second rebounds.
Indeed, indeed. Jill now here from the line. Wasn't able to make her first. Can she hit her second? Does just that right there as Old but Cold close the gap just a little bit more. 15 minutes left here in the second half. Leticia, chance from 3, won't go. Rebounded by Anne-Marie, goes back up and gets it. La Familia answer back quick to tack on 2 more here. Becky inbounds it to Jill. Jill covered by Jalen. Let's see what she does. Dumps it inside. Oh, little bit of a tip. Great defensive play by Jalen to tip it over to Anne-Marie. And now Leticia's the one leading the break for La Familia. Pulls up from the stripe. Give it a chance. Give it a go. And La Familia get 2 on the move. Wonderful little stretch there. Wonderful play defensively from La Familia as they continue to keep a healthy cushion between them and this Old but Cold side. That being said, my goodness. Talk about cold. Ice in Jill's veins there from 3.
Oh my goodness, are we in a freezer right now? Because it got a little brisky with that shot over there.
Definitively, man. Rachel now guessing the board, ends up losing it. It's going to be picked up by Anne-Marie. Oh my goodness. They're all over each other. It's a scramble. They're kind of playing Twister down there the way they're running over each other. But you know what? The traffic jam gets solved there, and it's going to be Old but Cold ball. Foul gets called.
Like I said, you want to be aggressive, but not in a foul-aggressive mood. Because if you get fouled out, your team's going to need you in critical situations. So you got to be careful of how you're fouling.
You're going to see an inbound opportunity now for the Old but Cold side. Rachel on the inbound, gives it over to Dakota. Dakota into Becky. Becky bounces back out to Dakota. Dakota gives it over to Jill. Jill ponders about it, flips it inside to Becky. Becky back out. Foul gets called. A little bit of a pushing foul.
Again, underneath the armpit there.
That's definitely going to get you called here by the refs. They're not playing around with their calls in this week. Inbound once again for Old but Cold. It's the 3rd time the charm in this possession. Ball into Becky, pulls up from the midi. Does just that. 2 more points here for Old but Cold as now it's a 4-point game. Leticia thinking about squaring up, gives it over to Vicky instead. Vicky goes up with it. Little bit of a tough one, but able to convert it without an issue. Timeout gets called here between Old But Cold and La Familia. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a short little break. Do not go away. Back, ladies and gentlemen, from that short little break. Dakota driving in for Old But Cold. They have possession here. Jill Stratton dumps inside to Becky. Becky navigating in the post, gives it back out to Dakota. Dakota to Becky, looking, moving in the post. Great little footwork, gets it able to go, but Laura pulls in the board, gets the make! And that's 2 more points for Old But Cold. Jalen now given space, launches from range! My goodness! You can't give space.
The shot from the tippity top was going to go in.
Picked off by Vicky. Vicky goes coast to coast, picks it off, reads the pass.
We call that the LeBron James steal.
Now, the way I'm looking at that right there, if Toronto ever gets an NFL team, they got to draft Vicky, because that's the type of corner you want. Ball hawking everything. Becky now gives it over to Rachel in the corner for Old But Cold. Isn't able to get it to go. Ball will remain with Old But Cold, however, as the refs say it was last touched by somebody on La Familia. Ball into Becky. Becky goes up with it when the post isn't able to get the make. Jalen's the one that pulls it in. Now running the transition, has Laura on her. Rachel falls. A little bit of a trip up there. Jalen able to kick it over to Leticia, though. Takes a chance from 3, isn't able to go. Rachel, after being on the ground, pulls in the board herself, and now she's the one in the transition here with the pass to Dakota. Dakota leading it up here, has Rachel, instead swings it over to Becky on the right-hand side. Becky says, give me a chance from 3, isn't able to convert it. Picked up by Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie ends up handing it over now to Vicky. Vicky bringing it up. Let's see if she pushes the tempo. Has Corn setting the screen. Pulls from 3. Why not? Isn't able to get the make there. Becky pulls it in. Gives it over to Jill. Jill now bringing it up once more. Shakes her own chance from 3. Won't go. Laura pulls it in. Swings it back out to Rachel. But the pass just off and ends up soaring out of bounds. Victoria now with the inbound, gives it over to Leticia. Leticia calls for a screen from Sienna, sets up on the left side. Leticia gets the defender in the air with a pump fake, thinks about it, but now is forced to give it over to Corn. Corn drives, ends up kicking it out to Sienna. Sienna 1-2, goes up, isn't able to get it. Oh my goodness, contact there between her and Julie on the way up. And it will be an offensive foul against the Old But Cold side.
26 got to be careful. It seems like she might almost get fouled out soon. Too much body movement there.
My God, here's Jill Stratton once again with the moves. Dumps inside to Becky. Becky 1-2, goes up with it, isn't able to go. Gets picked up by Laura. Laura back out to Jill. Jill's 3-pointer. Bang! Massive 3 from Jill Stratton. What a move that is, and it's huge for the Old But Cold side. As now the ball goes into Victoria. Contact on the lay-in, drives to the hoop, and able to draw the foul. So no make, but does get a chance to do at the line. But what a massive shot that was from Jill Stratton.
This is what I'm talking about Vicky. She knows what she has to do. Go inside, create a diversion, create a problem. In order to get and stay on top, you have to attack. And she's getting her dues worth right now.
Oh, most definitely. Vicky goes up, isn't able to get it to go. Actually, no, she is able to get it to go. My apologies. She got both to go. Apologies there. A little bit of a switching problem there. But yes, La Familia able to get the make from 2 there by Vicky. Ball gets out, hit on the outlet pass now to Sienna. Sienna thinks about it, gives it over to Leticia. Leticia has it, dumps it over to Jalen. Jalen thinks about it, dumps to Sienna. Out to Leticia. Leticia thinks for 3, steps back, takes a chance. Why not? Short, picked up by Becky. Becky gives it over to Rachel. Rachel gives it over to Jill. Jill, full court marked by Jalen. Little bit of a screen by Becky. Now Jill loses her dribble, dumps inside to Rachel. Rachel inside to Becky, loses the ball. Picked up by Jalen. Laura ends up coming over, and it's covering Jalen, but Jalen says, let's keep it slow. Gives it over to Leticia. Leticia trying to put a little bit of dance moves here on Jill. Gives it over to Jalen, launches from 3! Massive shot there for La Familia! Jalen with a big shot.
She said, lo que, I say. I got the shot for you, amigo.
Jalen here steps up, has Jill all over. Jill, though, doing some fantastic footwork there on the outside. Laura pulls it in, gives it over to Rachel. Rachel back out to Jill. Jill open for 3 and tries to answer back with one of her own. Don't go. And now Korn's the one that pulls it in, gives it over to Leticia. La Familia on the break. Little bit of a slip pass into Sienna. Wonderful feed and an even better finish. What a move that is. As we have a little bit of a timeout here, as once again, I think there might be another issue with the inbound. Who knows how it pans out there, but a timeout is called. We will let you know after this short little break. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Back here, ladies and gentlemen, as Old Colt attempts the shot, isn't able to get her to go. Now ball gets dumped off to the corner. Leticia gives it over to Vicky. Vicky takes a trip from Nams. No, yes, pulls it from Liddy, won't go. Bounces around, picked up by Jill. Jill bringing it back up. Jill swings to Julie. Julie covered by Jalen. Jalen back out to Julie. Julie over to Dakota. Dakota thinking about it, sizing up on it. Has Nams on her. Kicks it back out to Julie. Julie goes up. Isn't able to get the make. Leticia's the one that pulls it in. Now running the break is Leticia. Gives it over to Nams. Nams dumps it back over to Leticia. Oh, it's a turnover. No! They're attentive enough there, and Vicky's the one able to pick it up. No issue. No harm, no foul. Nams now backing up Dakota. Thinking about it here, dumps it back over to Sienna. Sienna has it, pulls it from the line, won't go. Bets her own miss though and puts it back in. Thank you very much. That's the style of play we're used to seeing from Sienna.
La Familia is playing that smart basketball, that fundamental basketball. That's what you want to see. You don't want to be doing anything crazy. Defend properly, attack properly, and help defense, which I'm enjoying seeing from La Familia.
Oh, definitively. Jill now gives it over to Dakota. Dakota kicks it back out to Jill. Jill with the 3! Massive shot there for them. Old but Cold needs it there as they now trail by 12. Nams pump fakes, gives it over to Sayana. Sayana now kicks it over to Leticia, goes up with it, isn't able to get the make. Picked up now by Rachel, gives it over to Jill. They're running the transition inside to Laura. Laura goes up, gets blocked by Nams, slaps it back out, bounces around, and ends up in the hands of Jill Stratton, who's able to score it there. A little bit of ping pong, you can say, as it ends up in the hands of Old but Cold as they tack on 2.
A little paddle ball over there with the pass and the shot.
Nams gives it over to Korn. Korn drives in through the contact, goes up, won't get it to go, but it's rebounded by Sayana, and she's been a glass cleaner today, eating up the boards and able to get it back in the basket. Julie with the open midi.
Sayana is doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Find herself at the bottom, be the maintenance woman. There's nothing wrong with picking up the scraps because she's living and lavishing off picking off the scraps right now.
Jalen there with a 3, won't go. Jill gives it over to Julie. Julie tries to swing it inside, ends up going over everyone's head to Rachel, who takes a shot from the corner. Doesn't get it to go, picked up by Nams. And now Nams going to be bringing it up. Pass into Jalen. Jalen. Goes up with a fader, isn't able to go. Puts it back up, doesn't go again.
This is what you call knowing your position. She's playing her position very well. She started to adjust, understanding that she doesn't need to be fouling so much. She's having her hands out. She's being ready. She's locked in. And like I said, she's picking up the broken pieces. When one piece is broke, she picks it up and mends it together.
First turn, here with a chance now at the line. First free throw. Doesn't go. Actually, it does. I'm just blind because I can't see. You know what? I think I need a new prescription. Let's be honest. Second free throw there from Sayana. Thank you very much as she converts. Let's go to YB, the one to bring it up now. 2:30 remaining in this one. Old but Cold gives it over to Julie. Julie has it. Gives it over to Dakota. Dakota over to Jill. Sizing up her defender. Bounce inside to Becky. Becky goes up, won't go. Picked up by Jill. No, it's bouncing around. Ends up in the hands of Nams. Nams now being the one to bring it up. Gives it to Sayana. Sayana goes up and in.
I like how Nams is organizing this movement right now. She's thinking with her head. She's not just thinking with the basketball. She's using her head and making right plays because that was a nice pass right there.
Yeah, with everybody else out here, you know, they're playing chess on one dimension. She's playing it on all three with how it's been going. Wonderful to see there from Nams in this one for La Familia. Dakota now covered by Korn, takes the screen from Becky. Goes straight to the basket. Wonderful through finishing on the contact. We'll see how that ends up looking for her at the end of the game, but right now it's a 13-point lead, under a minute and a half left in this game. It's not looking pretty for Old but Cold. It might just be over. Jalen goes up through the contact and gets the lay-in for La Familia to grow the lead to 15. Dakota now gives it over to Jill. Jill still trying to chance. Oh, behind the back, don't reach. But in the end, it doesn't matter. The shot's missed, rebounded by Laura. Laura gives it over to Julie. Julie goes up, doesn't get it to go again. Quick break now to Nams. Nams saying, you know what, we can play time. We can chill. We can just think about it. Holds on to it, swings it over to Korn. Korn inside of Cyan. No, that's Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie with the finish. They just subbed out for one another, giving some people a little bit of a break. Actually, no, they're all still in the court. Wow. Who did I see just get subbed off? Oh, my bad. It was Vicky who got subbed off. My apologies to those watching from home. 2 points was there for La Familia. And now there was a shot made there by Old but Cold to get it up to 46. 61-46. About 23 seconds left in this game. one more possession is essentially the way it's going to be. Jalen launches from 3, won't go. Corn pulls it in, gives it over to Nams. Nams swings it over. And now it's going to be going up to Jalen. Jalen for 3. My goodness, and what a way to end it as the clock expires. Final score 64-46 for La Familia. They took the lead early and they did not hold back. They did not look back. You don't need a rear view mirror in these scenarios. Massive win for La Familia, as it seems that they have locked up the 2 seed for the upcoming playoffs. And you can tell they're going to be quite excited about that.
I'm very excited to see how they play when the playoffs come. But this is a perfect example. When you put your foot on the gas, you never take it off. La Familia was in a little bit of a rut, but they made sure they locked in. A little bit of defense, a little bit of unity, and they just gave them a 20-piece combo, a 20-piece sandwich cooking.
That's just how it was. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, our final game of the night is going to be members only against Dynasty. We'll see who comes out on top in that matchup. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be right back. Final score, La Familia 64, Old But Cold 46.
you know what's in your head.
All right, there we go. Apologies there for a little bit of a mic issue there, ladies and gentlemen. We're here once more as we have members only taking on Dynasty here for the final game that we have here for tonight. Both these teams sit at 2-5 as it currently sits. Members only able to get that bucket there. Dynasty are tied at 2 right now. Now Dynasty able to answer back very quickly with 2 of their own. Shaq bringing it up to Corey here. Let's talk about the lineup that we have out there for members only at this moment in time. We got Hales, we got Shaq, Shook out there as well. Along with them, we have Asia out there with them, along with Adrian to round out their lineup for this game. Meanwhile, for the Dynasty side right now, they have Ann, they have Naveal, they got Amelia, Melissa, and Carrie rounding out their lineup in this one. Carrie tries for 3, no won't go. Shaq now giving it everything she can here, getting past Melissa here on the break. Gonna give it over to Adrian. A lot of action here to start off. Straight to the hoop, through the defenders, no, kicks it out to Shaq in the corner. Shaq tries for 3, short, falls in the hands of Melissa. Melissa now leading the break for this Dynasty side. Sees a cutter in the back, it's Amelia. Amelia goes up, isn't able to make it there after the contest from Asia. Shook pulls in the board, gives it up to Asia. Asia loses the ball there, not able to corral it, and Dynasty will keep the ball here once more. I'm joined here by my dear friend, Drew. How you doing, Drew?
I'm back, and I'm better than ever. How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling. It's the 4th game of the slate. We've had a fantastic day of basketball up to this point. For those of you who missed the previous games, let's just talk about how they ended. Body Bodega ended up beating Supreme 59-49. No Name came out on top over Free Mind 67-59. Old Bacol ended up losing to La Familia 64-46. And now we have members only taking on Dynasty in the final game of the final regular season week, playoffs starting off next week, Drew.
Man, I'm excited. It's like the NBA playoffs right now, and I'm loving every single second of it. All these games have proven that even when you're down and out, anything can happen.
Yeah, and it's fun to see right here in Toronto for the WMBA. And Dynasty, they're a team that, you know what, they were in the finals last season. Now they're kind of on a bit of a struggle this year, hoping to be able to claw back from it. And now with the ball, it's going to give it over to Naveal. Naveal takes a chance from range. Splash it home, ladies and gentlemen. Massive 3 there for the Dynasty. Oh, man. What? Apologies, apparently. Don't know how that happened. Scores ended up getting all messed up there for a moment on the broadcast. But yeah, we'll see how it ends up going. Ball will be inbounded here by the Dynasty side. They've come out on fire, starting off this game hot. What notes can you give here for the members only side, Drew?
The members only just gotta hold that form, make sure they're shooting their shots properly, and defend the basket.
Oh.
As you can see, you gotta defend it as much as you can because these guys are shooting. Dynasty is a shooting team. They know how to shoot that basket by any means necessary. So you gotta make sure when they're ready to shoot, you're ready to shoot.
Gotta make sure you fight fire with fire, come right at them. Hard fall there by Carrie, but her team's now on the break. Naveal pulls up from the midi, able to convert it there for the Dynasty to make it a 10-point lead here. As now Carrie, already back for D there, able to give it over to Asia. Asia has to kick it back out to Shaq. Shaq pulls up, gets the shot, doesn't get it to go, and now Carrie is the one bringing it up. Carrie gives it over to Amelia, Amelia over to Ann. Ann with the jumper, doesn't get her to go, and it's going to be to Hales who pulls it in now. Shaq has it on the way up here at the half court. Tries to give it over to the corner, not really anyone there. Melissa, nice little home run ball to Carrie, but it ends up getting fumbled. It gets dropped, and Shook is the one that picks it up. Now what's Shook gonna do here? Trying to square up, trying to line up, has Asia behind her, gives it over to Asia. Asia now goes straight to the basket, isn't able to get her to go at all. Melissa's the one now on the break, bringing it up, gonna give it over to Neville over to Carey. Carey isn't able to get it to go. Ball bounces out all around on the out of bounds. And now we have an inbound here for the members only team. Subbing on for members only, by the way, we have Slick and we have Quiche. Ball into Quiche. Wonder what she's gonna do here. Also known as Chimney. Ends up giving it over to Adrian. Adrian's gonna have to take the screen from Slick. Slick with the screen, tries to go for the roll, doesn't go. Ball ends up back with Chimney. Goes over to Shaq. Shaq isn't able to convert from range. Amelia pulls it in, gives it over to Cristina. Cristina Albero gives it now to Carey. Carey back over to the one, the only Beast. Beast gives it over to Carey. Carey with the swing to Amelia. Goes 1-2, straight to the basket. Isn't able to make it, but Amelia fights hard, gets the board, goes back up with it, and is able to convert. Thank you very much, she says. And make that a 14-2 lead to start off early for the Dynasty. Another massive lead, but like we said, the two first games that we had today, massive leads early, and we had a team come back. Thoughts right here, Drew?
I agree with that. Like I said, there was only one team in the 6 that actually started strong and ended strong. So we're gonna see if this is gonna be a conversion or it goes back to regular schedule programming.
We'll see right there. Beast's 3 attempt won't fall, as now members only trying to dribble the ball up here. Christina playing full court on Shaq. Takes the screen from Slick, going now right at Carey. Flicks it back out to Adrian. Adrian drives on Amelia, goes with a reverse lay-in, isn't able to get it to go. Christina's the one that pulls it in, slows down the tempo, and now is going to be sitting on it here. Gives it over to Beast. Beast flips it over to Valerie. Val with the jumper and won't go. Adrian's the one that pulls it in. Now she's the one running the break. Adrian flips it over to Chimney. Or Chimthree, I don't know. Tries to give a swing pass in, and it's Amelia who pulls it in. Beats him on the break. 1-2, goes up with an easy lay-in for the Dynasty on the turnover. And it just seems like there's a little bit of a lack of energy out there right now.
I feel like members only might need to take a timeout and reset. They're giving them too much opportunities to get hot. This is the time to use your timeout while you have it. Slow them down a little bit. Reset. Figure out what you need to do to make them stop doing what they're doing at the moment, because they're on the hots right now.
Yeah, Slick ended up pulling in the board and gets it popped out of her hands by Beast. And now Beast gives it over to Carey with the fader and gets the nice little bounce on the rotation and make that 2 more points here for the Dynasty, who still lead by a ton.
It's not looking good, but members can get it happening. They can make it happen. They just got to lock in, and the lock-in needs to start from now.
Chimthree right now on the way in, loses the ball just a tad. Now it's going to swing it over to Shaq. Shaq thinking about it, thinks of the drive, won't go, pulls up, and the shot doesn't fall as a foul gets called on Shaq regardless in that scenario. It will be Dynasty ball. Ball inbounded to Christina. Christina gives it over to Valerie. Valerie back out to Christina. Has Beast instead, gives it over to Val on the inside, and Val, wonderful finish, attacking strong to the hoop. 2 more points for the Dynasty. Shaq now with the ball. Thinks about it, swings it back out. Shook, doesn't go. Picked up by Amelia. Amelia gives it now to Val on the transition. Val and Christina. Christina pulls up with it and gets it to go from the midi. 20-point lead right now in only the first half. My goodness, it has been a battering.
Right now, it's looking like Dynasty went to Mary Brown's and asked for the 20-piece combo early in the drive-thru, because that's what they're receiving right now. Everything just seems to work for them right now for Dynasty. So we got to see what happens. Members only's got to shake things up. Maybe these 2 foul shots will kind of help them absorb some type of energy.
We'll just have to see. Adrian, the one setting up now from the line. to see if she's able to give her team a little bit of a boost. First free throw by Adrian doesn't fall. She's able to get the second one. Second one isn't able to go. Is able to go, apologies. As members only able to get some points there. Beast gives it over to Nabil. Nabil goes up to Melissa. Blocked by Slick. Wonderful block there from Slick, and now members only on the race. Give it over to Chimney. Chimney launches for the jumper, isn't able to get it to convert. Rebounded by Slick. Slick back out to Adrian, who's going to take a jumper chance there. Bounces up, won't fall. Valerie's the one that pulls it in, gives it over to Beast now. Beast bringing it up the court at this moment. Swings it over to Nabil. Nabil with a big jumper there from range. And Dynasty continue to pile it on. Adrian steps up, wondering what she's going to do here. Goes up with it, gets it to sit on the rim, and gets a bucket to go here for the members-only side. Valerie, 2 shot attempts, no go, and now it's going to be Slick who pulls it up. Gives it over to Chimney. Chimney's now going to give it over to Adrian. Adrian goes up with it, tough lane, won't go. Mahala's the one that pulls it in, gives it over to Asia. Asia launches for 3, don't fall. And now it's going to be over to Beast. Beast pulls in the board, going to give it over to Christina. Almost gets picked off in a little tip pass scoop. You can say right there, and you see Christina sets up, stops, gives it over to Beast. Beast launches the contested J, doesn't get it to fall. Now it's going to be over to Melissa. Christina goes up with it, hacked, fouled, however you want to put it right there. She has a trip to the free throw line. Christina with a chance here to make it 2 more.
I don't know. Something about members only. They got to get something together right now because it is a tear right now. It's a ripped T-shirt right now. It's a Hulk Hogan ripped T-shirt. It is. It's looking like they don't even want to play, even though it seems like it. Something's got to hit. Some movement's got to happen. And that's it. And that's it. And that's what starts it.
That's what they need to make sure they can get it going once more.
And the travel over there, see, it just needs a little bit of a push. Somebody needs to push that tempo, and it's just the one that's starting it up.
For sure.
Ooh, the up and under.
Nice little opportunity there to see it go up and over as members only starting to put some points on the board here, making it their way here in the second half. Nabil now gives it over to Beast. Beast pondering with Chimney all over her. Swings it back over to Nabil. Nabil tries to give it inside, almost picked off, but it says it's going to be Melissa. Melissa to Val. Val to Nabil. Launches for 3, very hot early on from range. That time it doesn't fall, and it ends up being a rebound by Beast, but ends up getting shoved out of bounds. Members only retake possession.
This is the time to start reacting. This is the time to start moving. Whatever movement you have right now, you got to start it.
Adrian gives it over to Asia, but it seems that she steps out of bounds at the start of her drive. Unfortunate to see there for her in this one as it becomes Dynasty ball once more. Beast gives it into Christina. Christina now gives it inside to Val. Val thinks about it, gets popped out by Asia. Asia picked up by Keisha. Keisha bringing it up now, has Mahala on the inside, asks for the ball, won't go, and now Keisha gonna launch it from range, doesn't get her to fall, goes out of bounds. It is off of the Dynasty defender. No, it's going to be off of the members only player. Dynasty now has it, going to dump it inside to Nabil. Nabil behind the back pass. Ooh, that would have been a nasty dish. Instead, it just doesn't fall the way they want it.
I just like what Dynasty's doing. They're just moving and grooving right now.
Oh,
they're making sure they're having a ball with it. Get it? A ball?
They're doing what they can up to this point. And man, oh man, it has been something in this move. I don't really know what to say. Members only tacked on some more points here, but they have looked sloppy here in the first half. They're starting to get back into it though. They were trailing by a significant amount. The game was 22-2 at one point.
At one point, now it's 29-11. So there is some hope, there is some bright light at the end of the tunnel. But it's up to them if they want to break that wall.
They got to really start bringing their A game. Mahela able to pull in the board from the missed three and tacks on to some straight bully ball inside the post. Nabil now gives it over to Melissa for the Dynasty side. It goes out of bounds. Beast tries keeping it in bounds, but it doesn't go. And now it will be members only ball.
In these situations, members only need to start using these opportunities to score. Right now, Dynasty is kind of giving up the ball here and there, making some bad plays. Those are the opportunities to attack. Those are opportunities to actually go full steam ahead. Make them pay for their mistakes.
For sure, Asia goes in, dumps it inside a Shaq, but not Shaq, apologies, Slick, but it doesn't go. Slick, though, with her own miss, able to go up again. Thank you, she says right there. Wonderful finish that was there by Slick to tack on two more as members only really starting to get it going, get it moving. Beast gives it over to Nabil. Nabil launches from three! My goodness, massive from range!
Nabil is not having it. She does not want any opportunity to make things happen.
You're damn right when it comes down to that. You do not want to give the other team that opportunity in any way, shape, or form. As now, that was a massive three from Nabil. Let's see if members only is able to respond. The lay-in by Shaq won't go. Long pass by Beast goes up to Melissa. Melissa thinks about it, bounces back over to Ann. And it gets fouled there on the shot. Chance here to make it two from the free throw line.
Now there is some opportunity of hope right now. Members only is slowly creeping their head, but that shot from long range. This is the second time we've seen someone hit it from the logo, from downtown.
My goodness, and that shot from earlier by Jessica was crazy. And like I mentioned, guys, because of the corrupted file that we ended up having, we'll see if it's able to be salvaged. Asia pulls it in. Taking it slow here for the members only side. Now drives hard to the rim, ends up trying to swing it over to Slick. Doesn't end up happening, bounces off a defender like a ping pong ball. And now it's gonna be Nabil bringing it in. Thinks about it, dumps it over, but no, it's gonna be called a travel there by the Dynasty side as members only take back control.
Like I said, members only needs to start prowling right now. This is prowl time. They're giving you opportunities because they are missing certain shots. There's doing certain plays that are not going. This is your chance to attack. You got to prowl, and this is the time.
They got to creep. They got to back end into this one. Ball gets taken off a jump ball scenario. Instead, it's going to be members only ball still after that takeaway, but they're still going to be able to keep it.
Now let's see what they do with it now. That's the main thing. You got the ball. Now we're going to see if you're going to keep the ball, if you're going to make something happen.
Discussion right now on the sidelines. I'm wondering what it's going to be. It might just be the eligibility of Asia. Who knows how that's going to go as that ends up being a thing that gets discussed. Shook though on the inbound here for members only. Bounce inside of Adrian. Adrian goes up with a contact, able to pull it in, go back up with it, and that's 2 more points there for members only as they attack the rim. 3:15 remaining here in the half.
Like I said, Dynasty slowing down a little bit. So now this is the time for members only to pick up the pace. They're basically trying to bring you back in this game. So what are you going to do?
Christina now on for Beast, swings it over. And now it's going to be Ann from the midi, able to convert very quick. It's almost like they heard you, Andrew. It's not like we're in the same arena or anything.
They said, no, it's not happening over here.
We'll see how it goes. Ball gets tipped around, and it ends up going out of bounds and becoming Dynasty possession. Dynasty inbounds the ball. Going to Ann. Ann with a deep pass inside of Christina. Christina over to Valerie. Valerie back out to Ann. Launches with a J. Gets to sit, but it doesn't sit nice, and ends up going to the hands of Christina, who goes back up, but isn't able to get it. Slick now leading it back now. Sizing up, 1-2. Valerie goes up with it through the contact. And one That's the play you want to have. Book it there for Slick.
That's a slick Rick move. Holy.
My goodness.
That's what I like to see. Members only needs to start doing these type of moves, breaking people one-on-one and attacking. Give them a reason for them to put pressure. And this is what I love to see. Members only is creeping up the ladder, slowly but surely.
Ball gets popped. Paul goes out of bounds. And now we see how it ends up going. Cristian Alberto gives it inside now to Val. Val not able to do it. Going to hand it off now to Shaq. Shaq gives it into Quiche. Wonderful behind the back pass to Shaq. And now tries to dish it inside of Slate. Gets picked up by Amelia. And now Amelia's being the one bringing it up here for Dynasty. Tries to swing it over to Val. Val has it. Swings once more to Christina. Christina back to Val. Val with the pass move. The drop step. Not able to get it to go. And now it's going to be falling to Shaq. Dynasty. Not been looking fantastic, but we have under a minute. They lead by 14. Let's see if they can hold that into the half. Cristian Alberto.
Right,
oh my God, what a dish!
Right through the seam.
Shades of Nash. What a ball.
Under the bridge.
That's the type of vision that you need to have, especially with a team like Dynasty where you can tell they love running as a team. Got to be aware of where everybody is, and you've got to be able to thread the needle in that manner.
Where did she get her eyes from? Akeem Optical or Lens Crafters?
Literally, that's definitely the question right now on the mind. Great play there by Adrian for 2 more points here by members only. Christina gives it inside to Amelia, who goes up with a post move, gets fouled. And now she gets a chance here to score from the free throw line. I think this just might be the last points of this half. She has an opportunity here to see if she gets it done. Amelia, first free throw opportunity.
Yep.
Makes it, no issue. Second free throw opportunity here from Amelia. We'll see if she's able to get it to go. Misses right there. We're going to be heading into the half now, 37-22. A massive lead by Dynasty of 22-2 at one point.
But
now,
they're creeping. They're creeping.
We're going to see right here how the member only respond here heading into the second half. They seem to have some momentum. We'll see if they follow through. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here as members only turn it over. Dynasty running the break, give it over to Amelia, who's able to get it to go here for the Dynasty. Thank you very much, she says. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half. I'm Julian Quintero Verano, obviously joined here by my friend Drew.
Come on, you already know the vibes, brother.
We're having a grand old time here. It's been a bunch of really, really fun games. We'll see if this one's able to live up to the expectations the previous ones have had. Who knows how it's going to go. What notes can you give here for the members-only side, Drew?
Members only needs to start strong. The way they ended the last quarter. Just start strong. What they were doing the past 3 to 5 minutes was exactly what they need to do right now. Stay on top of it. They were 26-2 just a while ago. Now they're 39-24. So there's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Gotta keep pushing.
Gotta keep pushing indeed. And that's just the way it's looking right here. Meanwhile, for the Dynasty, they gotta keep their foot on the neck of their opponent. Cannot let it off the gas pedal at all. Shaq now dumps over to Adrian. Adrian takes the screen from Megacity, goes in, tough little lay-in, isn't able to get it to go. And it's gonna be Carrie who pulls it in. She's the one leading the break here for this Dynasty side. No look pass to Famillia. Oh, would have been a fantastic play if it was finalized. Sadly, just wasn't the case. And now we have Shaq bringing it up, pushing the tempo. No, slowing it down actually, telling them, let's play my game. Christina steps up, Shaq saying, nah. Let me pull up from range, won't get her to go. Falls straight to Megacity though with the reverse lane, won't go. Ball gets knocked out of bounds and it says it was last off of Megacity as the Dynasty retake possession. Christina swings it now to Carrie. Carrie gives it inside to Val. Oh my God, they're playing touch passes, but it just doesn't go well enough there as Shook's the one that ends up being the last recipient of the pass and takes it in. Launches from range, won't go from 3. Ball falls out of bounds and it's going to be for Carrie. Carrie now gives it over to Christina. Christina has it. Covered by Shaq, screen by Val. Drop step, gives it over to Ann. Ann back inside to Christina, dumps into Val. Val almost gets pickpocketed instead. Foul gets called here as Dynasty able to regain possession and a reset of the shot clock.
They need to make sure those situations like that with that little show and tell, as I call it, should never be happening. Never give these guys, especially Dynasty, opportunity to creep in every single time.
Shaq tries to touch with Keish, won't go, and it will be Carrie on the pick and go, able to take it from the interception down the court in her favor. Thank you very much. You hear a timeout is actually called quite early here between these sides. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, following this quick timeout. Back, ladies and gentlemen, here it is members only ball. Keisha plays it inside. Kickball violation there, and Dynasty will not be receiving the ball here as we'll just get another inbound opportunity here by members only. Shook gives it over to Shaq. Shaq to Chimney. Chimney has it, drives in, dumps it over to Shaq. The Shook won't go. It's picked up by Media, who's now running the break. Dumps inside to Ann, almost, but not quite. Close, but no cigar right there as the pass gets sent inside.
dribblers are moving.
Ball goes up.
Oh, and the shot doesn't go. Layups got to be made, members only. Those opportunities, those little opportunities can get you in the game.
Yeah,
Nice
ball goes
steal.
in. Gets stolen. Members only now is trying to run it back once more. They still have more energy in the tank, really, is what it ends up coming down to. Adrian kicks it out to Shook. Shook for three. Oh, my God. A lot of air on the ball, but it was actually a pass. You know, no air ball. It was actually just a pass into Adrian, but Adrian isn't able to convert it. Now Carey running the break here. Has Albero over to the left side. Christina gives it over to Val. Val with the jumper. Gets it to go, no issue. As the Dynasty now lead by 21.
They can still come back in this game, but they got to want it. They got to want it bad.
Gotta want it indeed. Shaq dancing on Christina. Gonna give it over to Asia. Asia dribbles around, goes right to the teeth of the defense, kicks it out of Mihaela. Mihaela gives it over to Shook. Shook for Jay, won't go. Mihaela out to Shaq. Shaq for three of herself. That one falls. Members only with a big shot.
Kaboom! Someone said kaboom to the shot. Could that be the three that helps them get them back in?
Who knows? Christina tries getting it and picked up by Mihaela, ends up in the hands of Shook.
This is the time to give it to the hot hand. Let's see what happens, and they do.
Shook to
Kaboom!
Shaq. Shaq for three. Falls short, but Mihaela ends up pulling it in,
And
goes
assist.
up with it, and is able to get it to go. No problem, as members only tack on 5 here.
And the steal. Seems like members only slowly starting to realize that they can get back in this game. They're starting to see what's happening. Now, are they going to commit to it? That's the question. Are they going to commit to the comeback?
We're about to see right there some substitutions being made here for the Dynasty. Right now on the court for the Dynasty, we have Val, Naveal, Melissa, Beast, and Carey. You know, out there for members only at the moment, we have Shaq, Asia, Slick, Shook, and Adrian. A shot made here on the inside by Dynasty. Shaq now bringing it up the court. Crosses in, goes up with it, isn't able to convert it. Now Val's gonna have it, kicks it back out of Carey. Carey looking up, wondering how it's gonna go. Passes inside of Val. By Melissa, apologies. Melissa isn't able to convert it, and now it's going to be up to Slick. Slick goes up, isn't able to convert. It's going to be picked up by Adrian, though. Adrian with a second chance here. Kicks it out to Asia. Asia straight to the hoop. Bounces up. Very interesting angle on the shot, and she's able to get it to go. Thank you very much. Beast gives it over to Naveal. Naveal loses the ball. It's going to be Asia. Asia pulls in the steal. Gives it over to Shaq. Shaq looks up, walking around for her teammate. Doesn't see anything. Gives it over to Brittany. Brittany has it. Going to swing it now up to the top where Asia's at. Asia driving once again to the teeth of the defense. Another complicated layup. This one not converted. Tried replicating it, but no cigar. Melissa has it. Gives it up to Beast. Beast steps back with the fader, isn't able to convert it, but Val's the one that pulls in the board, goes right back up with it. Thank you very much. She says she tacks too.
If there's any time to come back in this game for members only, it's right now. You guys are still close. You guys are still in this. And one. It sounds like they heard me right there, because they heard that the opportunity of the comeback is now. They're creeping, slowly creeping. It was just a 25-piece combo, but they have narrowed it down.
They have narrowed it down. We're going to see if they're able to capitalize really here. Adrian from the line. Her free throw sits around, gets to it. And on that note, it's 49-34. It is a 15-point game, but anything can happen. But the massive three there from Carey for the Dynasty, as that is enormous for them as they continue to try to extend this lead. Stepped out of bounds, Shook, according to the referee. That is quite unfortunate to see there, as now Dynasty will be bringing it in. Beast dumps it inside of Melissa. Oh, one nice little shovel pass underhanded to Val. They high five, and that's a fantastic play there by Dynasty as they officially make it a 20-point lead once more. Adrian squares up, launches from range, doesn't get it to fall, picked up by Melissa. Melissa now leading the charge, gives it over to Nabil. Nabil with a pack behind the door. Uh-oh, it's Beast. Beast with Mahela on her. Kicks it back to Nabil. Nabil to Val. Val thinks about the shot, instead gives it inside to Melissa. Melissa goes straight to the teeth of the defense, won't get it. Mahela's the one that pulls it in. Shook has it, goes up, isn't able to get it to go, goes in, wonderful play! Oh, members only not able to get it to convert.
Holy smoke. It's a bunch of and one ballers right now. It's about to go down. I'm liking it.
Yeah. Shaq subs off. Here coming on is Asia. As we see how this Dynasty team plays out. 11 minutes left in this game. Nabil gives it over to Beast for three, doesn't get it to fall. Carey pulls in the board, misses, and now Melissa pulls in the miss. Swings it back to Carey. Carey squares up, launches from range, misses left. And Val's gonna be the one that pulls it in though, gives it inside to Melissa. Melissa with the jumper, doesn't get it to go. Picked up by Adrian, now she's running the break. Gives it up to, oh my, gives it up to Shook. Shook misses, but Asia cleans it up, gets a board for her troubles as well. As members only score once again. Carey tries to get it inside, it gets picked off there, and now it's gonna be Shook. Shook has someone on the inside, and Mahela doesn't think to go to her. Shook over to Slick. Slick pulls up from the midi. Very, very clean jumper there.
That's what we call that, a MIDI track in Pro Tools. Jesus, what a MIDI track.
Make sure you save and layer there. Maybe add some reverb.
Hello,
reverb. We'll see how it goes. And Nabil launches from three. He doesn't get it to fall. And the ball gets picked up. Who pulls it in? Oh, it was last off of Mahela. And it will still be Dynasty ball. Some substitutions are being made. Carey getting subbed off for Christina. And Shaq coming on for Shook. Ball inbounded. Val gets slapped up with it, doesn't get it to fall though, and she's able to keep possession. They're playing 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, 4. Christina up top to Nabil, 4-3, doesn't fall, picked up by Christina. Now she pulls up from midi, doesn't get it to fall. Now it's gonna be picked up by Adrian. They're on the break, members only running in court. Right to the basket it seems, yes, no, off the bat, oh my God, literally off the basket itself. And now Adrian's not able to convert it there. Gonna pass it up to Beast. Beast has it, goes up, tough little jumper, isn't able to get it to go off the deflection, and it's going to be Shaq who pulls it in. A lot of holding onto the ball here. Who's going to keep possession? It seems like members only is going to be taking possession. Amelia subbing on with Valerie hopping off and subbing on for her sister Nabil. On the inbound, Adrian gives it over to Shaq. Shaq pushing the tempo. As Asia in the left corner instead goes up herself, isn't able to get it, and Amelia's the one that ends up coming down with it. It's going to be over to Christina. Christina's going to have it, thinking about passing it up. Yes, no, she's going to keep it herself as she pushes on Shaq. Swings it over to the right corner where you have Ann. Ann inside to Melissa. Melissa dumps it off to Amelia. Amelia pump fakes. Now has to give it to Christina. Christina with a great incision ball to Melissa, no go, and Slick's the one that comes up with the board. Now gives it over to Adrian as members only on the break.
They gotta use it, these opportunities of them grabbing the rebound. It's not just grabbing the rebound, it's doing something right after it. Because right now, as you can see, Dynasty knows that if they start giving up more stuff, they're gonna start creeping. That's why Dynasty is double team, triple team.
They're pushing the tempo, they're doing what they can. They're making sure the pressure stays high, and they're not taking their foot off the gas. Members only once again inbounding here on the side. A substitution was made. Now Adrian inbounding. Gives it over to Chimney. Chimney drives to the hoop on Amelia, goes up, gets blocked. Slick Tries corralling, it doesn't go, and now it's going to be Melissa leading the charge. Melissa gives it over to Ann. And right here, Asia comes over, but fouls as members only. Gives up some more chances for Dynasty to tack on points.
These are the breaks, as they say. These are the breaks. You have to make sure that in every single possession that you have, you are ready, locked and loaded. Because as Dynasty is proving, once you're on a tear, you got to remain on a tear. They had an opportunity to creep in, but Dynasty is not giving them no breathing room.
For sure, right there. Both free throws made by Dynasty there by Ann at the line. Chimney pushing the tempo here. Gives it over to Slick. Slick to Adrian. Adrian here on the right side. Dancing on Amelia. Has Christina now come over? No, they switch the switch. And now Adrian's going to give it over to Shaq. Shaq with the shot clock going down, goes up with a shot, isn't able to get it to go, and now it's going to be picked up by Amelia. Amelia's on the break, going to give it over to Beast. Beast now has it, pulls up from the left elbow, able to get it to go for Dynasty. Tack on 2 more, why don't you?
The Beast is sick with those type of shots. Her shots when it comes to those are solid.
For certain, it's been an interesting bout so far. Adrian goes up, isn't able to convert it. Going up is Slick, isn't able to go there either. Now it's going to be Beast on the transition. Slows it down for a little bit. Swings inside.
Nice pass from the Beast.
Wonderful vision there.
Nice pass from the Beast.
Wonderful vision there by Beast as Dynasty continue to grow their lead. Shaq pulls from 3, doesn't get it to fall. Unfortunate there on that one. As now we have ball being inbounded for the Dynasty. Amelia gives it over to Chris, but Christina not able to score it, and now it's going to be members only ball once more.
Anything can happen. A comeback could be made. Something has to happen for them.
They go up, they won't go. Slick pulls it in, goes back up with it, doesn't fall. And now it's going to be Melissa who ends up corralling it, swings it over to Beast. Beast thinking about it here on the dribble. Kicks it to Christina. Oh, to Ann, apologies. Ann from the midi, able to convert on the jump shot as Dynasty continue to grow this lead. Timeout gets called here. 4:50 remaining. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as this game is soon to be over, as our slate for Week A seems to be coming to a close. We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, members only here. We have Shook dancing in, out, all around. And a foul gets drawn there. Members only going to get a chance to inbound it. Shook gets it in off the feet of Ann, it seems. Now members only gets a chance to inbound once more. Chance to get it inside of Slick did not go their way. This time, second chance there to Slick does go, and it's going to go to Shook. Shook through the contact, gets it up, a little bit of a circus shot, but doesn't get a fall. And now it's going to be Nabil running the fast break here. Going to kick it inside to her sister. A little bit of a miscommunication there. And there is a tip ball now that gets ruled by the referee. And it will be members only ball. No, it will be Dynasty ball here is what gets ruled. Following the tip on defense. Christina gives it over to Ann. Ann pulls up with the jumper, and she's able to get it to go. Thank you very much. Deep from mid-range. 3:25 remaining in this one as we have Shaq. Kicking it over to the corner where Adrian sits. Adrian trying to make her way through. Shaq goes right through the teeth of the defense. Goes up and in. Thank you very much, she says as she tacks on 2. 24-point lead, though, for the Dynasty with 3 minutes left. This game is essentially over, barring a miracle of a comeback. You never know. Nabil to Ann, Ann to Shaq.
Be careful what you wish for. There might be a comeback after that.
There just might be. There was a turnover. Slick goes up. Were they able to score on the break? And, hey, maybe there will be a comeback here with the time remaining.
If they utilizes their opportunities from now, you never know.
You never know. Christina inside to Amelia. Amelia gives it over to Val. Val puts up, no go. It's going to go to Adrian. Adrian now going to probably try to push the tempo. No, going to keep it at her own pace. Goes right to the teeth of the defense. Contact through the lane. Doesn't fall. Ends up back in her own hand. And, hey, that's just a style of play you want to see, I suppose, right there. Pass off the glass. Get a rebound. A little bit of stat padding before you score some here.
No, sometimes you got to why not? A little Westbrook, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes if the shot's not there, you got to make it yourself, it seems. And Ann with a great little move there as they play the air horn, which is pretty funny, not going to lie there, Drew.
That was worth the air horn because that was a good pass. That was like a Steve Nash pass to Stoudemire.
It was. Wonderful play there. Asia goes up and got knocked out, but she kept her own feet on the possession and is able to score on it as now Dynasty are running it. Quick break inside. Amelia back out to Christina. Christina back over to Val. Val kicks it to the corner where Amelia sits. Amelia through the contact puts it up. It gets picked up by Adrian. Thank you very much for the air ball, she says. Air mail, some can say. Adrian gives it over to Shook. Shook isn't able to get it. And now it's going to be Adrian tries to save it. Instead, it gets picked off by Christina on the save attempt. Going straight to the basket, slows it down, gives it inside to Amelia. Amelia puts her hand up and goes, hey, was I hacked? What was the deal here, coach? Ref, everybody, whoever's in charge. Doesn't matter. What was there? And they do rule the foul there. Amelia's going to have a chance here to put 2 here at the free throw line.
Let's see if they go in now.
First one doesn't go. And it's so quiet in here, it really does feel like the NBA bubble, doesn't it? We can add crowd noise ourselves, it seems. Right there, shot, missed, another foul. So 2 more free throws here. Christina's first free throw won't go. What about her second? Second free throw by Christina is a go to make it 67-46. Shook launches from deep 3, won't fall. Val now driving in, kicks it over to Nabil. Nabil gives it over to Amelia with the jumper off the bank. Make it a cool 69 for Dynasty.
Did somebody call TD? Because that was a checking account right there.
Right there, no withdrawals either right there to make sure.
Right
just
there.
Straight cash. Put it in the savings, maybe get some insurance, not even some insurance, just the interest percentage off that. That's what you want to see right there for the Dynasty team.
That was a tangerine right there. That was no interest rates.
We'll see right there. Shook with a J, isn't able to get it to fall. It bounces around. Nabil swings fast up to Amelia. Will they be able to hit 70 with 4 seconds left? No, they're going to show mercy and stop here. Final score, 69-46. 46 is the case here for Dynasty as they beat members only. Massive game in here. Once again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. I'm Julian Quintero. He is Drew. Thank you very much for joining me on this one, Drew.
It's always a pleasure to be here. Enjoy the vibes and enjoy WMBA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have playoff basketball next week, so stay tuned and we'll give you all the action from there and more potentially. So be sure to tune in, ladies and gentlemen, here at WMBA. Once again, thank you very much. Have a nice night.